Right, I'm back, everyone, with the part 2 of this 80 most common phrasal verbs. Part 2 will be numbers 11 to 20 on this website, on Grammarly. So let's get straight into it. I want this one to be a little shorter than last time, hopefully. So starting with number 11, come between. And this is in the same document, by the way, as the first part, so you can open the same document, it will be there. Come between is to interfere with a relationship, and this example, after more than 50 years of partnership, nothing could come between them. So nothing could separate them, nothing could stop them. So we can say come between is a bit like to nothing can stop the connection or the bond, or where's the comma? The connection, the bond, or the relationship, we could say. So another example I can write, let's say he tried to come between my ex and I, maybe. So he tried to interfere with some relationship of my ex and me. This is the meaning. Or he tried to destroy something, or tried to create a problem, or something like that. Okay, so that's good. And the next one, I will put this in bold after. I wanted it in bold, but it's not. Or maybe I should not put them in bold. Anyway, number 12 is come down with, and as you see, come down with something, and this is usually an illness. You get an illness, you catch an illness. So come down with a cold, a flu. These are the common ones. Let's you see this example. After traveling, Chandra came down with a cold. Yeah, and this would be the past. I did not put the past of come between, which would be came between. Sorry about that. But you will see it's in the document anyway. And come down with can be, we see here, came down with, or future will come down, will come between, we could say. Another example, I think right now I can say I am coming down with not sore throat, with a cough. Yeah, so this can be used in the present form, like coming between, coming down with. So I'm coming down with a cough, which I think is true. Right, and the next one we have come out of. So I put here come out of. Yeah, and the same, you can guess the past is came out of. Okay, so usually you just change the first word to the past in these in a lot of phrasal verbs. So come will be came, and so on, and the others stay the same. And here, as you see, to happen as a consequence of another event. So like maybe a good thing happens or a bad thing happens, and then a negative thing after. But sometimes come out of can be positive, but usually negative. So we missed the day of school. So at least some good came out of our boring class trip. So in this sentence, saying we missed the day of school, so this was a good thing, but the class trip was boring. So there is a positive in the negative situation. Can be. Another one, maybe you say this video is boring. Okay, if you think so. This video is boring, but some good came out of it as I learnt new phrasal verbs. It could be. So you think the video is boring, but you learnt new phrasal verbs. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And number 14 could be come up. Come up has more than one meaning. So we see the one here. Or if you try to guess the past, would be came up. Again, changing the first word. And this is to arise as a topic of discussion or receive attention. So Yeah, meaning you didn't talk about it, or you did talk about it, is to come up. Right, so I can, if you are my student, maybe, I can ask you, for example, say teacher says, can you come up with a new sentence? Right, this is similar to, um, let me put here, it's similar to create or invent or make. It can be like this. So can you come up with a new sentence? Can you create a new sentence? Can you make a new sentence? Alright, and in this example they have everyone talked about how much they enjoyed the movie, but the runtime never came up in the conversation. So nobody talked about the runtime, about how long the movie was running for. Okay, I think that's good. And also, okay, no, that's fine. I think that's good. Yeah, so to approach, I don't want to confuse anyone, so we'll keep it at that for now. So approach, uh, this one, why is it saying the other ways? I don't really want it. I don't want these ways, as yeah, it will confuse people. Maybe just the one for now, but I will talk about these, I guess. Maybe skip this if you want to just learn one at a time, which I recommend. But okay, so if we say the approach way, you see a cow came up, or yeah, came up and licked my face. Means approached me. Could be. You're standing. This would be a lot better with pictures, I think. But let's say the other way. So I'm going to write to approach, or to arrive to you, or to arrive near, or maybe in front of you is best. So something comes to you, and in this way, we could even use it in a conversation. Like, let's say person one says, I can't see you. You're too far away. Person two could say, you need to come up to me. This means you need to come closer. But people wouldn't really say it this way. I'm just trying to make a conversation out of it. But yeah, you could say that something came up to, it means come to you, right? Usually they approach you. But for other people, we don't usually say that. And this one, to present itself or occur as of an event or situation. And yeah, this is meaning future time. So don't worry about a problem until it comes up, until it arrives, right? So we can say, let's say a situation that arrives, or maybe a future situation that arrives is better. So let me think of a good one. Let's say or question. So when is the party coming up? When is the party coming up? Meaning, you know, when is the party happening? Or what date? You know, the people might want to know the date, the time. Could be, yeah. Or a statement could be, I have a party coming up, and we can use preposition on, and on what dates? Maybe on the 5th of February. Could be. I'll put a capital here. Yeah. So I have a party happening, or happening in the future. Yeah, on the 5th of February, which is in the past, so looks like it has to be next year, I guess. So that should be clear. And now we have the next one, come up with. This one again is very similar to just come up, when I put create, invent, or make. So come up with is to, yeah, think of an idea, create an idea, or make a plan, make some action. And as you see, Sahar comes up with her best story ideas at night. So she thinks or creates the best stories at night. Okay, So if I put come up with, and oh yeah, came up with, or coming up with, yeah, that's fine. And again, to invent or create, usually an idea. So let's put another one. If I make one, I don't know what sentence to come up with. I don't know what sentence to come up with. I don't know what sentence to create. Yeah. Okay, and next one, number 16, count on. So count on, or counted on, or counting on. Okay, we're on the next page, so maybe I should go back and put this on the new page. Okay, so count on, and you see it's to rely or depend on someone. So you can trust. It's like to trust something or someone. Rely on. We also have this phrasal verb rely on or depend on. Very similar. It's to count on. And this good example here. If I'm ever making a mistake, I can count on my friends to warn me. So my friends, they will say, "Don't do it. It's a bad idea." So this is counting on your friends. Yeah. So your friends can you can trust them. Another one, maybe using an object. Okay, say I can count on my computer to work every day. So I don't think my computer will stop working, will break down. So yeah, I can count on my computer. Okay, and number 17, kind of popular. I feel like it's not so much anymore, but crack down on. Yeah, this one means. In fact, I have a bonus one for you too. So, crack down on is to attack or punish someone, to penalize a behavior, and usually this is used with a police or somebody who has the authority position. Yeah, so police is the most common, and police have been cracking down on drunk driving. Yeah, and again, if we talk about the past, you can say cracked down on. Okay, so yeah, they have been cracking down on drunk driving. They are, giving punishments to people, more punishments to drunk drivers. Another one, say the teacher cracked down on her students who were misbehaving. So the teacher gave punishment, or gave detention, gave I don't know, maybe talked to the parents if it's child, because the students were not behaving correctly. Okay, and my bonus one, which I didn't mention, yeah, which can be crack on. This phrase or saying that some people have, which means do the work, or start working, or get on with it. We can say get on with it. It's quite similar with crack on, or could be just continue doing something, right? So maybe let's say there's a lazy guy. This is we'll put it lazy guy. He says, I love doing nothing. And then manager or boss says, you need to crack on with your work. You need to continue working. Same thing. Yeah, and usually we put with, crack on with something. Or it can be just a phrase, like let's crack on, meaning let's start working, or let's start the activity. Let's do it. Yeah, I can put let's do it too. It's a pretty good one. Okay, number 18 is dive into. And this is, to begin something. It's quite similar with crack on, actually. So you are very eager, and eager, maybe, why is it doing this glitch? You're eager to do something, you want to do it right now, very quickly, or immediately, straight away. So to eagerly begin a pursuit or activity. So let's put dive into. I also need to put crack on in the past, which would be cracked on. Like he cracked on with his job yesterday. And dive into would be dived into, or not dived into, dove into. But I guess some people might say dived into, dove into. Both of them people would use. But yeah. And yeah, this one has I'll dive into that new TV show later tonight. So I will begin watching. Meaning, yeah. I think that's clear. And we have the other meaning, like you can say maybe dive into a swimming pool. If you know the action dive, dive, like it's a difficult one to describe. To jump into the water, right? Yeah. So you can have this meaning too. Like I want to dive into the swimming pool, maybe. But then there is also this way, to begin something, usually very eager or aggressive even. And an example would be he dove into his new job very quickly. I'm using job a lot, using job examples a lot right here. Okay, number 19, dress up. So if we put dress up here, and past dressed up. So this one, to put on nice clothes. Very simple, I think. But it can be also to put on a costume or outfit or nice clothes. So example, Halloween. Like if we put e.g. Halloween, Christmas, Easter, these different days, different events, we can dress up. Like he dressed up as a ghost for Halloween, maybe. But also we can say just for special events, you put on nice clothes like a dress or a suit or a different outfit. And here we have Abed dressed up for the awards ceremony. So maybe my mother dressed up for the evening meal, maybe. So she's wearing a nice dress, could be, or nice outfit. And finally, end up. Yeah, so end up here we can use in past. Yeah, ended up, or ending up. And the previous one, I should say dressing up also, we can say for the present continuous. So end up, ended up, to eventually reach some conclusion or destination. Yeah. So after thinking for a day, he ended up taking the job. So he accepted the job, or his final decision was the job. Yeah. So this is to arrive somewhere, a conclusion or destination. So it can be a physical place or mental place. You conclude your journey. You finish your journey. Another one, if I use a physical, say I took a plane and ended up in France. So I went from London to France, and France is the final place, final destination. Okay. On the mental way, I could say this video has ended up being 20 minutes long. As I said, I wanted less than 20 minutes, but it's ended up being 20 minutes long. Yeah, so it has concluded as 20 minutes. Right, so I think that was clear. Maybe they're all going to be 20 minutes. I think they would take on average 2 minutes for each of these phrasal verbs. But yeah, that should be fine. So I think it's good. And if you have any questions, as usual, leave them in the comments. If you want to know more about these phrasal verbs or how to use, or even give me your own sentences, is a good idea. Okay, so I will see you in the next part.